Good morning, YouTube. This is Kyle, also known as Metalman0153. I haven't been on YouTube for a while. I haven't done a video in forever. I think the last video I did were for the Tatuaje Hey Little Monsters, and that was more of just a project to see how my editing software worked on my phone. So part of the reason why I haven't been on YouTube for a while is because, one, I'm working two jobs right now. You know, obviously I have the tobacco store gig where I sell cigars and pipes, and so I'm somewhat of a tobacconist apprentice. I wouldn't say that I know everything, but luckily for me, I have picked up the ability to learn things very quickly, and this is just such a wonderful environment to learn anything and everything about tobacco. So if anybody ever has any questions about anything that they, you know, cigar related, because obviously there's people out there that can trounce me in pipe tobacco, but I'm getting there with pipe tobacco too. I do a lot of reading. The other reason why I haven't been on YouTube for a while is because I don't like posting videos when I don't have anything to say. Like, I have no reason to post a video telling you that I tripped today coming down the stairs and wound up with my Swiss Army knife in my butt, you know, stuff like that. You guys, honestly, you guys don't care what I do on a day-to-day basis. You know, some of you guys that are, you know, fairly close friends, I consider you would care, but honestly, I'm here to put out something that's entertaining for the YouTube populace that happen to like cigars and pipe tobacco. So, on with the show. Today, the reason that I am doing this video is because recently I had a friend gift me some Cohiba Befakes for my birthday, and he gifted me 10 of them, which, for those of you who don't know, the Cohiba Befake 56, which is synonymous with the ring gauge, is a Cuban cigar that is rolled from Vuelta Abajo region tobacco, and it's Cuban Puro. That retails anywhere from $50 to $70, $75 a stick. So that's a lot of money for a cigar. So wouldn't you want to get the real thing? First off, this video is going to be how to identify a Befake. This is a Befake that I have coined the term, I guess. So first off, for those of you who aren't familiar with cigar construction, it might be a little bit harder. Obviously, traditionally, Cubans are rolled with a triple cap, which, do you see any seams besides the top? There's only one seam. That's not a triple cap, bastards. Secondly, the color of the wrapper. This is a $75 cigar. It looks like shit. There's blue spots from mold. There's a lot of heavy veining, and it might be Cuban tobacco for the wrapper leaf, but the filler is not, for sure. Cuban tobacco is supposed to feel nice and smooth. It's a very smooth feeling tobacco compared to some of the Nicaraguans. Like, if you pick up a Padron 64 or 26 and you try to rub on that guy, it's almost, there's a lot of texture to the leaf. If you look very closely, you can see the bumps from the skin of the tobacco. This guy is pretty clean, but it still doesn't have that velvety smooth feeling. Secondly, the band. Now, there are people that advertise bands, real authentic Befake bands, and any other Cuban cigar band on the internet. There's a guy who sells them. He sells he sells seals, he sells everything that you need to fake a box. So, honestly, unless you know the source, or unless you trust them, or unless you're standing right next to Fidel Castro and he hands you a cigar, honestly, you should not buy them without doing some serious research first. First of all, you don't want to get burned. You know, my friend got burned on these, and I don't have the heart to tell him. So, I'm going to, though, so he doesn't buy more. So, first of all, the Cohiba Befake band, which Cohiba is synonymous with the Tano Indian head that you see there. So you see that Tano Indian head. Do you see the smaller one on the inside that's holographic? Well, I drew you a little diagram, and forgive my artistic ability, but you see that that it's holographic? Okay. This is a really, really good fake. But the real hologram will have these emulating rings throughout the hologram. There will be rings of hologram in the band. I have a real one that I'll post a video later. There'll be all these patterns that go in the band. So if you get a Befake that does not have that hologram with the smaller Tano Indian head, you have a fake. I don't care what anybody says, it's fake. They're not going to change the bands, they're not going to dumb them down for no reason. The other thing is, all of this should be embossed, which most of this is embossed. The Befake is embossed, the Habana Cuba is strikingly yellow, it's very bright yellow. There's a lot of contrast between the white and black. The seam is another one. It's hard to tell, but the seam right here is almost flawlessly done. So whoever made this is making very high grade production fakes, except for the tobacco. And I'm going to do a video later where I tear this bastard apart and show you guys what it looks like on the inside. The other thing, look at the pigtail. Behikes always have pigtails. And when you look at pictures of Behikes, it's always a very light twist and a flare. It looks like a whale tail with a very thin neck to it. Look at this guy. This is a bulky, nasty cap. Bad counterfeiters. I wish someone would drop bombs on their factories. I realize that people just need to make a living and that this they can make a living on because dumb people buy them. No more. So, it's not imperative that you guys go over everything with a fine-tooth comb, but if you're going to pay $600, $700, $800 for a box of Cohibas, make sure they're real. You know, don't take the chance, because honestly, it is such a disheartening feeling for someone who just absolutely loves cigars and just wants to have a piece of cigar history and some of the best cigars ever made. Don't let them fake you. Don't let them screw you over with fakes, and don't give them your money, your hard-earned money. Buy Nicaraguan, Dominican, Honduran, buy real Cubans. Don't buy fakes. So just make sure you look thoroughly. There's a fellow YouTube presenter, and his handle is the Dr. Joe Show, which he does very, very comprehensive looks into online retailers, what they sell, why they sell it. Go watch his videos. It's the Faker Find series. He hasn't done Behikes that I know of. He does a lot of La Gloria Cubana, a lot of Partagas. I can't remember much else that he's done so far because he's got quite a few videos for every series. He did a Bolivar Royal Corona, I think, and a Bolivar Gold Medal. Last but not least, I did go to the West Coast Pipe Show with a couple YouTube pipe presenters. Piping Ain't Easy from here in the Valley, which was a great time. We went and tore it up. I drank more than I should have. I smoked more than I should have, and I think our mouths felt like Harvey Dent's face after the whole ordeal. I did pick up a pipe fairly cheaply, but it is my first Dunhill shell briar, and you can see the blast there on the side, that light from the window. It's a great little pipe. It's a 66. I authenticated it with the Dunhill aging chart, but this is a replacement stem, you know, no white dot. but that's okay with me. The only thing that's wrong with this replacement stem is there's a slight gap between the tenon and the mortise. So there's about it's like 1/8 of an inch gap between the tenon and the mortise where they meet up. But honestly, unless I really want to get crazy and get, there's a guy out of Florida that's an authentic or an authorized Dunhill repair. That he can do an authentic stem and match it up for me. But honestly, this stem is matched very well. You know, obviously Dunhill has the flat where they do their stamping. You see here, and the stem also has a flat that corresponds with that. So I'm pretty happy with it. It was a great time. Like I said, there was a couple of us pipe presenters there. There was Pipe It Ain't Easy, which I already said, and then there was Tobacco Pipe Collectors, Mr. Mike Lancaster. If you are not subbed to him or Pipe It Ain't Easy, and if you're not, if you have a Facebook, if you have Instagram, Twitter, anything like that, I'm pretty sure Mike's on Twitter too. Follow Mike, because it'll be under TPC or Tobacco Pipe Collectors. He is just wonderful when it comes to taking care of our indie pipe makers that we YouTube pipe presenters love so much. So give him a shout, sub him if you're not, and other than that, guys, I'll post a video a little bit later today, I guess, me tearing apart the Befake, and I'll try to get a real band to show you. I know of a couple of them within 20 feet of me right now, but they're other people's cigars, and I don't want to go through somebody's shit to show you guys a real band. But other than that, guys, peace out.